the funny thing is most marketers know that they need to change. I think the thing that is hardest for marketers is actually sort of responding to that feeling that they already have, right? I mean, if people look around, I talk to marketers all the time, the big Fortune 500 marketers. I work together with the World Federation of Advertisers. And those marketers know that the world has changed. And they sort of say, well, I've changed too, right? I'm reading the Wall Street Journal on my iPad on the train into work, or I've ordered a book on Amazon, or I've even downloaded it or whatever. I'm subscribed to Netflix, so I know all of this stuff is happening. And if I look at my kids, I see even more of what's happening. Yet the marketing plan that I am looking at and that I'm approving hasn't really moved enough yet into that direction. And so the question that I get is not, so should we change? They get that. But how do we change? How do we move towards that place where our consumer already is? And that's really, really hard, because change is really hard. And the reason it is so hard is that the marketing ecosystem is rigged in favor of television, right? Most marketers start their marketing planning around, for instance, with budget setting, around, so how much television did I do last year? So how much am I going to do this year? And it's last year plus inflation. Or how many commercials did I produce last year? So how many am I going to do this year? And I'll do a couple more, because a couple always get killed, right? So if I did 3 last year, I'll put in for 5, and then I'll end up with 3 again. And the way marketers are evaluated, right? A lot of marketers and their agencies are evaluated against the success of their television commercial. So what will an agency do if part of their bonus is dependent on the success of a television commercial? When you ask them, what should I do? They'll say television, right? Because it is part of the ecosystem that they get evaluated against and that they make part of their money on. So the change that is needed goes to very fundamental things. How do we evaluate our own people? How do we evaluate our agency partners? How do we set budgets? How do we evaluate the success of those budgets, the metrics that go against it? And that's why change is so hard, because it tears at the fundamental things that we've always believed in, and is trying to replace them with things that are newer and more difficult to maybe feel comfortable with.